Hello everyone. If we haven't had the pleasure to meet before, my name is Rowan Kinver. I am an aspiring author and storyteller here, working on my first novel ever. It's called Mosswyn Hollow and the Secret of the Briars. It's a work in progress title. For right now, that's what we're going with, right? So, with introductions out of the way, I wanted to talk to you about where I've been for the past few months and what I've been doing. So one of the biggest things that I've been working on for this project is actually a website, right? I wanted something that matched the vibe, something that was consistent, and a place that I could jot down notes and blog and kind of put all of the ideas that hit me at 3 a.m. just in like one spot. That makes sense. It's all in-world lore and just things that happen there, things that are happening there. Because it just started with ideas at first. I wanted to do this or do that, and then I added people, I added locations, I added more, kingdoms, all these things. But yes, as the world continued growing, I needed just a place to put all of the places and spaces and creatures and kingdoms, and a website just makes sense. So with all the world building and plans put in one place, it makes my life just so much more organized. So you can check it out. It's mosswynhollow.com. I'll put the link down in the description or somewhere that you'll be able to see it. Poke around, click around, read, tell me what you think. Tell me, just tell me what you think about the world from the perspective of someone reading about it from like an archive. So go ahead and try that. So while I was gone, the biggest realization that I had about this project, right, was I was just trying to hone in on what medium I wanted to focus the most on. And at first, it was going to be a musical. I listened to Epic the Musical, fell in love with that, realized how moving music and just storytelling and words could be, right? So I was like, I wanted to try that too. One small problem though, absolutely no experience with music whatsoever. None at all. Just a bunch of ambition, an idea, and that was as far as I got. Right? But eventually, that idea for creating my own musical still led me somewhere I didn't exactly expect. So, as I started developing the story for the musical, I realized that the characters, the world, the setting, all of these things it was just so many stories I could tell with these people. And I fell in love with them. I really loved the characters that I was creating and writing from their perspective for a musical that I had to break it. I had to break them out. I had to break them out of the musical mold for right now, at least, right? So they went from musical characters to now a novel. Now, the main character, Mosswyn, has an entire novel being written about him and the second lead, Loon, right? And it was kind of necessary. It just started with me wanting to kind of have a full story to then make the musical off of, but then I fell in love with the story. I still plan to do a musical, but I digress. We'll get to that part. But yes, even with the main story currently being written, I still wanted to find an outlet for the average person, right? The person who's just a fisherman in a village in the world, a nobleman, a king, their sons, someone working the field, a regular person, that goes to work in the armory and comes back home, a blacksmith. I wanted these people to also have a voice in the world. I wanted these people to also, I wanted us to experience the world as they do on a day to day. So I created this thing called Tales of the Skald, and that was my short story, right? A bunch of short stories, my anthology series that didn't focus on any one person in particular, but it would just give us a little glimpse into a bunch of different people's lives. And, life there in that world is just like life here. Some of it is rough, some of it is messy, and it's tragic a lot of the times because they're in a world of magic and creatures and politics and all of these things. So of course, life for the average person is not going to be the same as, let's say, the main character, right? The stories are a little different. But with Tales of the Skald, I started wondering, like, what if these people had a voice? Like, I hear them in my head, right? But what if we could hear them? What if we could sit in the tavern with them? What if we could listen to the things that they're hearing? The mugs hitting a desk, or what if we could just be present in the world with them? And that's actually when I decided to just be a little impulsive, and I turned the story that I wrote for my first anthology story into a script. And from there, I decided to go and get some voice actors for it, right? I auditioned some people and they actually wanted to do it, and they were more than happy to go through with it and read it and enjoy the story that I told. And again, that experience is insane, right? But now I have a voice for these characters. I'm creating ambience for the world currently, right now. That's one of the things that I'm working on. So Tales from the Skull became just short stories, and now it is, at least the very first story, episode 1, is going to be something that is heard. The anthology series, the voice acting part of it, and just the world building the world building through sound really brought me back to the musicals, circled me right back around to music and sound and the impact those things can have on our senses, right? The goal of the Tales from the Skull is to be able to paint a picture in your mind with me just providing the audio to you. That's the main goal, right? But it still ignited my passion for learning music and wanting to do the musical, and that actually got me back into playing piano again. So it's been about a week, but yet here I am playing Merrily We Go, Midnight Ride, Ode to Joy, all of these songs that, I'm learning, right? But it is so exciting to see the progress. It is exciting to see how I am growing bit by bit, making mistakes a little less, because my process is just going through the past songs. That's my practice. I'll go through them over and over again until I get really well at playing them. It helps me learn the notes. It helps me, and even learning the scales and those kind of things, being able to do it without messing up, all of those things. Super interesting. I'll make a whole video just on playing piano, right, in the future. But for right now, like, playing the piano and then learning to make less mistakes and learning to just enjoy the process of making those mistakes and continuing forward and trying again and always coming back day after day. It's a lovely process, right? And at the end of the day, all of it bleeds into the same goal of turning the story and the world into something that can be enjoyed in multiple ways. So you can read the book, you can go on the website, you can listen to the audio, you can feel immersed in this world as much as you would like, because it's all going to be there. Many different mediums, right? So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited. So yeah, that's where I've been after all these months. I'm still learning. That hasn't changed. I'm still building. I'm still trying. I'm still aspiring, and I'm going to keep doing that day after day, because that's just how I am. A world that can be explored through stories and music and sound. It's the dream. It's the goal, right? And I'd love if you would come along with me. I'm resisting the urge to sing the Adventure Time theme song. But yeah, I'd love if you could just come along with me, see what it's like, and just kind of watch me fumble around until I figure bring it all together, right? Figure this whole thing out. So thanks for stopping by, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.